Good morning / afternoon, Speed Gaming. We apologize for the delay, but we are now here for the SG Live matchup of Ocarina of Time Randomizer, Kariossa versus DylanMeeble. Hopefully we didn't miss too much on our end. August, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Luckily, just 50 seconds in. Looks like we might have missed Mida's house and the Kokiri sword chest. That's about it. Based on their wallet count, looks like maybe some heart pieces, recovery hearts. Not a whole lot of money.
Well, fortunately, Dylan will get us informed. We just barely saw the Kokiri sword check.
Oh, perfect. And free shield.
We will gladly take a Hylian shield.
Yep, this is the one of the first matches of the round of 8. We are narrowing down in time for Speed Gaming Live 2020, and it's just getting more exciting as the competition just ramps up an extra notch.
Alright, Kokiri Force not providing anything but the first hint?
40 is...
Skulltula? Yeah. We don't need it.
Nope.
So for those that are curious regarding the settings, if you have tuned in a little bit late, that is late to the SG Live matches, first of all, our condolences, but you've missed a lot of great matches. But second of all, the main changes that have taken place compared to what you may have seen on other weeklies throughout, the bridge requirements for Ganon's Castle are different. So instead of needing all the medallions to enter, we just need the 3 stones. Yes, the 3 stones actually have a second purpose in this run.
Yep, not only do they get you the song from the Ocarina of Time, but they will open up for you Ganon's Castle. Unfortunately, you can go inside, but you cannot slay the pig until you've collected the Shadow Medallion and the Spirit Medallion, after which case Princess Zelda will meet you in the Temple of Time at the Vanilla Light Arrow cutscene and deliver to you the Ganon's Castle boss key.
Both runners appear to be going for a similar setup, or at least a similar route. August making sure to load up on some rupee. Certainly not a bad idea. You never know when you are going to need a lot of rupees. But first, I think we have a dog to take care of. Alright, Richard. Will you or your mother provide us anything of value? It is technically value, but not the value we are seeking. And now we're going to gain additional knowledge. Skull Kid has nothing, Dodongo's Cavern Way of the Hero, Death Mountain Trail Way of the Hero, and... Did that say Frogs 2 had nothing?
I do apologize, I am distracted for a brief moment.
Alright, chat is catching us up at least, as Kariossa has just picked up the egg containing our Kuko. Oh, Market has nothing. And thank you, Chet, for confirming Skull Kid and Frogs 2 has nothing that we need to worry about. So both of our runners going for the traditional 3-song route, at least at the start of it. This is kind of an out-of-the-way location, but it's good to get it done with sooner rather than later. And there are the frogs giving their encore performance of Why Won't You Visit?
Alright, sorry about that, folks. It looks like DylanMeeble and Kariossa are on the same wavelength as Dylan sees that market foolishness.
Well, at the very least, we don't have to worry about the lens of truth this time.
Correctamundo.
Alright, Talon. I am aware that it is just about to become noon on the East Coast. It's time for you to get up. And now, what are we going to gain by visiting Impa right here in the castle courtyard?
Looks like Sunsong, a very nice find early on. Won't be having to worry about time of day.
As convenient as Sunsong may be, I feel like as far as the unofficial song tier goes, unless we're going for a lot of Skulltulas and we've already eliminated 40 Skulltulas as being not worth it, honestly, I think Sunsong is more on the bottom.
I'm just thinking about kind of routing in time of day. However, with Market Baron, I suppose Sunsong does provide a little bit less value.
Well, when in doubt, have a drink of milk. In order to get our bottle, or at least it would be in the vanilla game, it's time to collect some Kukos.
Kariossa shouldn't have too much of a problem with it. One of the easier mini-games the original devs throw at you.
Hey, we got our money back. Nice.
That's something.
But perhaps Malon's song will be a little bit more useful.
She's singing one, but teaching another. We get Bolero of Fire.
That will give us access to another song later on. Plus, if we feel gutsy, we can make a dive into the Fire Temple for one check. Well, as an adult at least.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this dungeon layout is. Unfortunately, still no info on what our starting medallion / stone was. So likely to see that here as they save and reset to Kukiri Forest from the back of the silo.
And inside...
Nothing. $5.
Alright, it is time to finally catch up on what our runners started with. The
Oh,
Goron
that's a
Ruby.
nice one. Yeah, as mentioned earlier, we need our spiritual stones, so nice to start out with one of the 5 required stones for medallions.
And with all this money, I'm suspecting we're gonna dive into the Deku Tree.
It does look like that's what Kariosis is preparing for. There's the Deku Shield purchase, followed by some sticks. DylanMeeble, on the other hand, they're not gonna do a save and reset. Looks like they're gonna make a Gerudo Valley play. It's paid off for him so far this tournament. Let's see if it pays off this seed.
Going to Gerudo Valley, then Lake Hylia if you want for child fishing. We don't have to worry about time of day for this play at all. So... I can see it working. Let's gain some additional info on Kariossa's side. Composer's Grave has nothing. The chest, at least, if I saw correctly.
Unfortunately, I missed that first hint stone. Luckily, we have an ace in chat. There's another DC way the hero hit.
That is 2 times we've seen the Dodongo's Cavern being Way of the Hero. If we end up seeing a third one, then that means that Dodongo's Cavern has 2 explicitly hinted items that are Way of the Hero. Alright, our lobby chest in the Deku Tree. I mean, I believe there is a recovery heart within the Deku Tree, but I don't know if it's something we want. And in the meantime, Dylan going across the river and hoping that that box has something worthwhile. Not the worth we're looking for, though. Wallet upgrade. And both Waterfall and second... Did that just say something in Jabu Jabu's belly was a nice trap?
I think it did. I think that was the vanilla boomerang chest. There's only one sometimes hint for Jabu Jabu, and that would be it.
I'm just writing down some of what I've gained, some of the knowledge we've gained here.
Ooh,
Big Goron. Yeah.
That's with the magic meter.
I did not read that correctly. I thought it said something else.
I thought it said magic meter. I could be mistaken. What do you think it said?
I thought it said huge rupee.
Oh, okay. Possible.
Mind you, I was also writing down stuff at the same time, so I didn't have a good look. Oh, there may be something worth diving for. That looked like a unique shape.
Yeah, definitely not a heart piece. Nothing apparent. But really impressed. These runners seem to be hitting the gas pedal early on. They know their opponent is very capable. They don't wanna lose any time, even for a moment.
Okay, chat is saying that the Rudo's letter location may have just been a... Wait, is it the diving spot that's the huge rupee, or Big Goron's check that's a huge rupee?
That was a Big Goron's crafts hint.
Ah. Ah, but a mirror shield at the basement of Deku Tree, that may come in handy.
Perhaps positively it might, but then again it might not. Too early to tell. We haven't seen our pedestal in the Temple of Time.
Fishing did not provide anything of worth from what I saw. And according to chat, apparently both Big Goron and the dive spot didn't have anything of worth. So we won't worry about them. Nice basement skip by Kariossa. And now DylanMeeble is about to follow. So unless our always hints have not changed, we are still looking for knowledge on 30 Skull Tola tokens, 50, and the song that is on the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, still plenty of hints left for us that might point our runners in the appropriate direction. Very nice one cycle from Kariossa's getting Queen Goma down at the 15-minute mark. Anxiously awaiting what prizes from the corpse, but more importantly, what prize we get after we exit the Blue Warp. Get a bottle.
A bottle is useful. Especially if we do have to go for extra Skulltula tokens. It is technically out of logic, but logic is more for guidelines, and okay, the light medallion.
Yeah, that is not the prize we were looking for. Force medallion would have been better. Fire or water wouldn't have been great, but still would have been something. The light medallion's not getting us anything this seed.
And so it is time to head to the Lost Woods. And there we go. I think that's confirmation that Bigoron does not craft a magic meter. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to just craft a magic meter out of rupees, though?
Now, I'm not sure what supplies the Bigoron uses to craft the various things he delivers to our randomizer racers. Very unique song here from the Children with our Ocarina memory game.
Unfortunately, it only provided us with a piece of heart.
Pretty dry so far early on in the seed.
Not too worried yet. We still have a number of checks in logic that we can explore. However, it may make sense to consider becoming an adult soon.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of checks left for our racers at the moment. Looks to be either Zora's River or Adult Kakariko Village is going to hold our answers. It does unlock one extra check, because we find a vanilla song.
Well, back to the Lost Woods we go, I guess. But first, hints. Now, how about that second hint? Will we gain anything worthwhile here? Yet again, Jabu's boomerang chest has an ice trap, and there's our second appearance of the Death Mountain Trail hint.
So not any real great information. Might be something valuable on top of Dodongo's Cavern. Death Mountain Trail being way the hero. But Kariosis, I think, says it's time to go adult. Let's see where they take this route. Huh. Oh, Skull Kid, of course.
Joys of the Lost Woods. You can enter in one direction, not in another, and hey, we have enough money to visit our business scrub. Getting another hint is a bonus, as Dylan cleanly takes out, ooh, Epona's song in CAC and Din's fire on the business scrub.
That's very a very good hint and a very good item. The hint telling us our all dungeons requirement, especially considering we're grabbing this light medallion from the Deku Tree. And now possible we might not need Epona's song to get over to Gerudo Training Ground. We might be able to find Requiem and Reverse Wasteland. 2 checks, or I guess 3 checks are hard locked by opponent's song. Frogs 2 has been hinted dead. So we're just looking at those horseback archery checks. As being the hard all dungeon requirement checks.
Yeah, Kariossa does want to become an adult right now, while Dylan is about to perform a musical for the 2 Skull Kids. May as well grab some extra money. Why not? Ooh, gotta be careful with that health. Question from chat, did Kariossa possibly forget about the Skull Kid? Now that I think about it, I don't think I saw them check it.
Possibly might have gotten a hint for that. That is one of our sometimes hints here for the Lost Woods.
I thought the hint talked about the Skull Mask. Did I mix up Skull Mask with Skull Kid?
Possibly. Skull Kid is a sometimes hint. Skull Mask isn't always hint. So kinda difficult to tell unless you're looking at it for more than the 3 seconds that these racers are.
And so Kariossa is the first to become an adult.
I'm gonna get a look at our pedestal here, find out what's required, what's not. Shadow, Jabu, DC, Water, and Spirit are our required ones. Water and Spirit. And that leaves, what is it? Forest, Fire, and... Oh yeah, Forest and
Fire
are
and
stones.
our... Yep. So... we have a lot of items to collect at this rate. We need the boomerang. We need Rudo's letter. We need Longshot. We need both iron and hover boots. We need Zelda's lullaby because, you know, who wants to deal with water temple shenanigans without Zelda's lullaby? Oh yeah, and Nocturne Shadow would help, but may not be necessary.
Interesting. Karios is going up Zora's River. Other than Kakariko Village, this is the other location with a whole bunch of checks in it. Easily accessible, right, as an adult from the start.
And a question from chat. Are the hook shots progressive? They are.
Are indubitably.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
I guess Kariossa got octo-rocked.
I guess so.
I guess I have to see my way out. Oh, it's alright, it's alright. We all have to get out a bad joke once in a while. And yep, now Dylan has Din's Fire, as Kariossa found earlier.
Thank you, thank you.
now we're heading up to the grotto in Zora's River. We have access to 2 hints, one outside, one inside. Skull Mask grants something, but that text went by fast. Wait, was that Skull Mask or Skull Kid?
Sorry, trying to update the tracker here. Maybe someone in chat can do a better job at hint reading. These runners just know exactly where to look for, know what they're looking for, and they can peek it at seemingly the speed of a robot.
Fortunately, it was caught that 50 skulls does not have anything of value.
Alrighty, that's always useful. Lost Woods is way of the hero.
Maybe for that Din's Fire.
That is a possibility.
And Serenade of Water at the crater. Not necessarily what we're looking for. I mean, it's a convenient warp song as a child. As an adult, not so much. Okay, according to chat, the Skull Mask may have been a Goron tunic.
Alright. If that's the case, we won't need that with our wallet.
And the early Fire Temple chest. Small key. So that does open up one other check. Question is, do we go for it now?
I think we have to.
Now Dylan is learning about where our medallions are located. Alright. Our one remaining in-logic check in the Fire Temple.
Heart container, we're hammerlocked. And it looks like DylanMeeble is gonna beat Kariossa to Kakariko Village. So let's find out what we've got. Gotta find something here.
Not a guarantee, actually. It's entirely possible that Kakariko's barren.
I'd love to see the day.
Mind you, possible does not necessarily mean likely. And we're not even going to oh, there we go. For a moment, I thought we were going to Death Mountain Trail, which does have a way of the hero. But we're gonna take care of the fellow on the roof first.
Hey, and we find a strength upgrade.
A good reason to visit the fellow on the roof.
Well, it might be an interesting play to go into Death Mountain Trail. Not a whole lot of we can find there. Unfortunately, that's bad news.
Temple of Time is way of the hero. Remember the rule set for this seed. Ganon's boss key is on the Light Arrow cutscene. That has to be for the song.
It does, so we're collecting that Forest Medallion. We're going into the Shadow Temple.
Then in this case, Nocturne is required.
It is indeed.
Alright, we have the Song of Time, which... I'm trying to think of how many places we can actually use that song effectively. And...
At the moment, probably none.
true. We are missing a few items to get to the spots where that song will be useful. Sorry, Anju. Lens of Truth is not going to help today. And the cows with a scale.
Curious pickup.
Now, if we saw correctly, and if chat also confirmed, then diving for where Rudo's letter was did not have anything.
I think that was the consensus.
Shield Grave providing extra Deku Nuts.
He's swinging a heavier sack.
And because we have Sun Song, we can visit the Redead Grotto. Well, the Redead Grave, technically.
And let's see what's inside. We'll leave a couple checks in the graveyard, but not too many. Slingshot.
That provides us with the logical way to take out the Deku Tree, so we are back in logic.
Yep, that does do the trick.
Oh no, did I just see magic in the box?
And possibly I missed that one. Luckily, we'll get an instant replay here from Kariossa. Yep, that's magic.
Fortunately, we do have... I think we have the ability to get that, do we?
Yep, with the scale, we could walk all the way down to Lake Hylia, dive into Zora's domain, exit into the river, swim down the river, purchase some beans. Kind of a out-of-your-way path to get said beans, but we can do it.
I mean, goodness, I could use some additional exercise, but that's a little ridiculous.
Wait, or I guess you could use the shortcut through the Lost Woods. But still, kind of a trek. Thankfully, with Dinzen Magic, not a whole lot that would open other than the spinning Goron pot.
And both runners taking care of Dampe, but Dampe not taking care of us.
And now nothing from the graveyard, other than that magic.
Now Dylan is the first to head to Way of the Hero Death Mountain Trail, it looks like. So perhaps we'll find something.
Unfortunately, just the one check on top of the roof that he has access to as an adult. He could get the bomb wall as a child out of logic.
There's something on top of the Dongo's cavern, but I couldn't see what.
If it's something of value, we'll see DylanMeeble do a backflip down that way. And it does look like something of value. He wants it.
I find this backflip easier as an adult compared to a child because there's no bomb flower.
Hey, it's some butter boots. Hover boots, pretty nice, especially considering we don't have a sling, or not a slingshot, a hook shot. Dylan's gonna take that strength upgrade into the cavern.
Also, we will need those hover boots in order to finish Shadow Temple, since we know that there has to be a song that will provide us with something. But right now, I'm trying to figure out what that song can even be.
It's not going to be Nocturne. It's not going to be Zelda's Lullaby, because we need those to complete the Shadow Temple. So you're right. What could they be? It's not a Pona song.
We got that already.
It's either Song of Storms or Requiem of Spirit. Both are not good options. I think that was a hint for King Zora, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, but nothing important.
Hover Boots incoming for Kariossa. Let's see if they opt to dip into Dodongo's Cavern as well.
Map chest providing ammunition for a slingshot, which, as an adult, we cannot use.
Yeah, I guess Link in the 7 years has gotten too strong to grasp it. It just crumbles in his hand.
So that's the setup to go up those stairs bombless. Second from the edge. Okay.
Yep, as well as you can pull one of the bomb flowers in front of the door there and just drop it in the center. The real trick is doing it with a bow.
Alright. Compass chest providing nothing. There are only 2 more checks available in logic. Technically, these checks are meant to be done as a child, since you can basically grind all the money you want and buy all the Deku sticks you want, and the adult path would normally require the bow, but there is a tricky, I don't know if I would call it a corner jump you can do, but it's definitely a precise jump that's effectively off a corner in order to get to the bomb bag chest. Though Hover Boots makes it a lot easier, too.
Yeah, Hover Boots making it a cakewalk as we find a hook shot here in Dodongo's Cavern. Likely way of the hero.
And with that, we have access to Forest Temple.
Yeah, honestly, that's all that really opens up.
It may be what it primarily opens up, but based off of the tracker that I'm using, that's our best bet.
Yeah, it seems like that is gonna be the play to make. A couple of stops on the way.
The volcano not offering anything today.
Nice and easily visible.
As Kariossa now has that hook shot, and also performs a nice, is that a bomb ground jump?
That is a ground jump, yep.
Dylan now preparing to slow down.
Whoops. He scares the little critter.
Slow down the little Goron, not slow down DylanMeeble. But we may get to see the Medi-Goron hint after we find where, there is that little rolling Goron.
Yep, Dylan has seen too many times this tournament that those Way of the Heroes are, and other hints are very, very valuable. Wow. We are bottlenecked.
We're out of the woods yet, but as far as actions we can do as an adult,
Yeah, as
we are running low.
there is a song and a temple we can dip into.
I mean, if we really wanted to mess with the beans, we could do adult fishing, but otherwise... Yeah. Forest Temple is the way to go, and as such, we are going to see rare instances of playing Saria's song in front of Mido.
Yep, Dylan doesn't want to take the extra time to set up a Mido skip simple enough to play Saria's song. But he's in the lead. And unfortunately for him, these types of bottleneck situations favor his opponent, Kariossa, a little bit of a favorite to win this matchup, if you ask me. Both these runners are very capable. Kariossa in no way, shape, or form has an easy run through this.
What is the name of that trick where Dylan was somehow able to precisely put himself on the edge and still jump high enough to grab the ledge?
A glitchless jump. There's a couple different setups for it. Karyossa's showing us it right here as Dylan finds Nocturne Shadow, Sacred Forest Meadow.
And while we may have access to magic, we are still missing some bombs in order to fully take advantage of what we need. So, to the Forest Temple we go.
And I think with that song, Zelda's Lullaby has to be out in the desert. And in which case, that Song of Storms in the Temple of Time.
The Kokiri sword has been found, as SpeedGaming 4 has found us and raided the channel. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the Ocarina of Time randomizer race against, Kariossa against DylanMeeble. These racers are in the top 8. First place prize taken home over $1,000.
And right now, Dylan is taking out the 2 Stalfos. And does so cleanly.
Not an easy feat with just the Master Sword.
And with only 3 4 hearts max right now, too. But we have our first key.
And we have 3 more checks available to us. I guess maybe 4 if they, with that key.
I see 4 checks on my list.
Yep. That key opening up
And...
one extra one.
Dylan going for the Floor Master. I like this play.
Interesting little little side hops there with the hover boots on, but got it easily enough. Very nice setup. And to note, that trick is 100% in logic.
Alright, what does the Floor Master provide us today? A small key. We should run into one more small key at least, somewhere in this courtyard.
Unless it's bow locked in the push block room. Or in the, I guess it could be bow locked in the vanilla boss key chest too.
It could be, but something is telling me we are not going to have that situation. I mean, do our runners really wish to become a child again?
They might not have a choice. Here's the small key. And with that small key, they could go to the vanilla bow chest if they wanted to. Luckily, I did not roll the seed. I rolled the seed earlier in the week for the tournament where Rudo's letter happened to be on that chest. And Rudo's letter later unlocking our bow. But will Dylan make that brain play?
One more check in this, well, sewer grate portion, and then that decision will need to be made.
I found 4 small keys so far. Just 1 small key, 1 boss key, so a whole lot of items left in Forest Temple.
And Dylan is deciding that they're going to make like a tree and a leaf.
Yep, unfortunately, if he's a tree, he's not going to survive very long here in Death Mountain Crater.
You could be surprised what plants can grow in such hostile environments.
Yeah, Dylan does have Scarecrow Song, so he doesn't even need a bean for the adult fishing in Lake Hylia stuff. So it might pay off for him here in Lake Hylia. Kariossa also bailing out of the well.
Alright, our scarecrow friend is... I think the term these days is vibing.
Yeah, he's activated.
And Kariossa... going to become a child instead.
Yep, never went down to Gerudo Valley or Lake Hylia as a child, doesn't have Scarecrow Song, so I'm pretty sure they're out of adult checks.
And honestly, I think there are more child checks to take care of than adult checks, so this play also makes sense.
Just 1 more by my count. There's the slingshot target, Dampe digging, chickens, and an out of logic check on Death Mountain Trail that he can do as a child.
Did you forget about Goron pottery?
Oh right, we have to plant the bean to get magic? That would be terrible. What the heck is this?
Just one possibility out of who knows how many.
You're right, I did forget about that magic.
I have you to thank for that one, actually. Alright, so the procedure to get this item on the lab. Step 1, play Scarecrow's song. Step 2, get on the roof.
Step 3, kill the Gwei. Make sure you kill the Gwei.
Because no matter the kingdom, birds are jerks.
Yep.
Yes, even Gebora Gebora can be a jerk.
1 in maybe a million. Climb up the ladder will get the Gwei to damage you boost up there in a helpful way. But most of the time, the Gwei will knock you all the way down. That's another wallet. Luckily, we saw the King Zora hint is dead.
The King Zora hint may be dead, but... what about getting the Zora tunic?
But what does that do for us?
Central pillar in Water Temple.
Well, we can't get in there. We need progression.
We do.
Dylan's gonna run into a dead end here in the Fire Temple, so all eyes on left-hand side of the screen. Kariossa is gonna be the one to find progress here. Oh, we haven't seen Domain. Good call on Kariossa's side. I forgot about these checks. Kind of missing the hole there.
The chosen camera angle does make it a little tricky to swim through, but we are through. And this play does make sense. We have everything we need. And, kariossa?
It is the most dense region for them at the moment, as shocking as that seems. 2 pretty quick checks he can get in here.
Just has to spend 2 minutes at most for the payoff.
I think it was Kariosis just the other day who showed me a very cool strat with flame storage here. Let's see if he does it again. Might not have been him. It might have been someone else.
Considering that we only have 50 rupees to get those, 50 seconds to get those rupees, excuse me, there's not a lot of time to set this flame storage up.
Yeah, so Kariosis is rolling down here, and this is the usual strat we see. Just the other day on SpeedGaming, I forget the race, but someone lit the torch up there, and then walked with flame storage, started the minigame, and I guess the torch is still in the loading zone at that point, and was able to pull out his stick, fall down the waterfall to light those 2 torches really quickly, and actually lit all the torches before diving for the rupees.
And, Dylan just saw an important hint. Shadow Temple Way of the Hero.
Alright. It's actually pretty good info. We know we need the song from the Temple of Time. That's our 5th and final Way of the Hero hint, and we're gonna be guaranteed to get something good out of there. We already have 2 wallets. It's not gonna be a tunic. We already have a slingshot. It's not gonna be that trash item.
Hey, don't diss the slingshot. We still haven't gone to the target shooting area yet.
Let's see where Dylan's going. To Lake Hylia. Yeah, he's going for density. He's going to Zor's domain for check density, chat.
Well, we just, got a vanilla piece of heart from the waterfall. So, unless, we get surprised by, I don't know, the gold scale here, I think we have to go elsewhere.
We have to go elsewhere. Yes, also 10 Skulltula is open to us, so I'm a little shocked that we didn't see at least one of these racers kind of make their way to Kakariko Village for Chickens, Dampe, and the 10 Skull check.
One, I don't think either runner has 10 skulls yet. 2, I think we're about to see some beans picked up.
Well, they're certainly not at 10 skulls at the moment, but they should have collected at least 4 or 5 by now. From being in Deku Tree, Lon Lon Ranch, and there's 5 pretty easily accessible in Kakariko Village.
We are actually seeing beans picked up. Just 2.
Yep. He wants
But
the magic.
based on... Yep. 1 for magic, and 1 possibly for the archway. And up there we go. Now we're remembering that other Skulltula.
Yep. Checks are running low. There's Sun Song setting his time of day. Thankfully has Nocturne Shadow, can get over there relatively quickly. Get your guesses in the chat. What is our progression? Is it going to be Dampe digging, 10 Skulltulas, chickens, slingshot target in the woods?
Or Shadow
Auto
Temple.
Logic check. That's true. Shadow is in logic at the moment. That would be terrible. Get beans. Plant bean. Go adult. Get magic. Go into Shadow Temple.
It's horrible, yes, but it's possible.
It is possible. Alright, Grandpa, what do we got? Pizza, vanilla, more vanilla pieces of heart. What's going on?
Well, I mean, there's what, 36 pieces of heart, so it logically makes sense for some of them to be in their vanilla location.
Very true.
You see, we're going to get a use out of that slingshot.
Yep, it's certainly convenient for hunting spiders.
And there's our 10.
Alrighty, 10 Skullfulas, please. Nope. It's one of the hardest bottlenecks I've seen early on. We are sub 1 hour into this.
And now, what is Kariossa's play?
Chickens.
We are actually seeing the Kakariko Kukos being collected.
Now try saying that 20 times fast.
No thank you.
Dylan is going to show us one of our few remaining checks outside of chickens that's in logic, other than trek to get into the Shadow Temple.
Target game? Piece of heart.
See? Trash item. Well, I guess also they can go back into Forest Temple for that vanilla bow chest.
Which chest again?
The vanilla bow, the second floor Stalfos.
Yeah. It is a possibility.
Unfortunately. And I guess with that bottle we could get 10 more Skullfulas. It could be 20.
Actually, we have access to 40 skulls right now, based off of what I'm seeing, but 30 is the max we're ever going to grab.
Now, welcome to SpeedGaming. If you're just joining us, we've found an Ocarina of Time Randomizer bottleneck.
Now, I'm just double checking. Yeah, because we did find a scale, Kakariko cannot be considered barren. It is a key item. But
Correct.
we may not get any key items that we care about otherwise.
Yeah, we also got the lens here, and Big Poe. That could be it. Big Poe in a
my-
bottle from chickens.
Wow. We are possibly relying on a big O. Except, that doesn't make sense.
Why?
Market was considered a
Barren,
barren
that's right.
opulent location.
Oh no. You're absolutely 1000% right. So, Goron Pottery or the Vanilla Bow Chest?
Or Shadow.
Or Shadow, or Shadow, or Shadow.
Or Death Mountain Crater, the nook in the wall. I didn't see anyone check that.
They both, I think, saw it after playing Bolero, their eyes being much keener than my own.
Okay, it says Skull Mask is a Goron tunic. Skull Kid
Right.
is still open. But right now, I think Kariossa just wants to become an adult.
Unfortunately, Sari's object, we saw a hint for the King Azora check in the Azora's domain. So, unfortunately, not gonna be that. Also known as Zelda's Lullaby. Yep.
Now, where's Kariossa going?
Yeah, I would think they would be playing Nocturne.
They're turning in the big Poe, forgetting about the Baron hint.
Or they just want to free up their bottle.
Also
Remember,
fair.
you can't empty him out and let that Poe free. You have to turn him into this guy.
So even a Baron location can prove useful.
Yeah, if you need an extra bottle. Hey, 200 bucks too, but he had a full wallet.
Yeah, only Dylan found the second wallet on top of the lab.
But good news for Dylan with Karyossa's coming down here to Lake Hylia. It looks like Dylan's gonna be able to play catch up. Oh, and he's not checking chickens. He says, I don't have time for chickens.
That ends up being the right play based off of what we know. But is that still a logically sound idea based off of what Dylan knows?
Yeah, he knows he's racing against Karyossa. And right chances are it's gonna be that magic for something in Shadow Temple. Now, we can't get very far in Shadow Temple without explosives. So either we're gonna find explosives in Shadow Temple, or something else to bust the seed open, like the hammer, or the bow, or I don't know, another hook shot to get over to GTG.
A question from chat, were 20 and 30 Skulltula tokens hinted? 30 has not been seen yet, and I don't think we have any more sometimes hints available for a 20.
I have not counted the sometimes hints. Can be a sometimes hint. No guarantee. Actually, it looks like with this lake play and Dylan skipping chickens, he's gonna get into the Shadow Temple ahead of Karyossa.
Did Dylan plant the bean?
He did indeed. He knows he's down to like 3 or 4 checks. One of them's 20 skulls, one of them's chickens, which he doesn't want to do.
And of course, both runners avoiding that bow check.
Yeah, the vanilla bow. Yeah. I'm guessing, though, if I had rolled the seed, it might have been a different story.
What, would yours have been kinder?
No, they might have been more tempted to check that vanilla bow chest.
So you mean to tell me that these runners are relying on not only their own skills, but seed roller psychology?
Yeah, there might be a development of meta around who is rolling the seeds. Karyossa is not happy with that wallet.
And now both are heading into Shadow Temple.
Yep, but Dylan with maybe 30 to 60 seconds lead. The round of 8 for the brackets has proven to be off to a good start.
Alright, what do we have in this map chest in Shadow Temple?
Bombs, hammer, bow. Not a
Bloopy.
bloopy.
It's how the game rolled it.
It is, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
And so Dylan is the first to go up against a dead hand. And, well, dead hand is dead hand considered dead or undead at this point?
What?
Never mind.
see a zombie? I don't know.
We have a small key on hand, but without bombs, I don't think the small key that we've just gained is going to help much. We're down to 2 checks left.
That's right. Gyptos and some silver rupees.
Now, for those wondering how this puzzle works, there are typically 2 or 3 possible outcomes for the safe platform, for the safe skull. And if you're mistaken, just run immediately off, utilize those hover boots, and you'll be protected from the fall.
Gypto's gonna do us right. Yay, we got a hammer. Alright. Hammer time for DylanMeeble. One more check in shadow he's gonna pop open. But from there, it has a whole lot that he can do now.
That is true. A hammer can be a 90% bomb replacement.
As well as we can dip into Fire Temple a little deeper.
Not by that much. Instead, I think we're going to be going across Hyrule Field and Goron City a bit more.
Yep, I think you're right. Orphan to Bolero. Let's see if he dips in the Fire Temple first.
Now, Fire Temple is required based off of the rule set. Remember, we require the 3 stones in order to open the bridge. And Fire Temple is a stone of some kind. But apparently it is a little too hot to go over there right now, so instead, Goron City it is.
Yeah, only 5 heart containers. Does have the wallet, and it looks like he might be interested in purchasing that. But he's gonna take the hammer up into Goron City. There's 3 checks that he can do in the maze. Oh, no, he's not going to the maze. Oh, he's going to Lost Woods. Interesting.
Well, it's on the way, I guess. I mean, you got a grotto right here.
Yep. Now, it would be an interesting play. He could get to the Scrubs Grotto and play Sun Song to warp back to the city. That would be something to see.
Unfortunately, Dylan has become a fool. Ice traps are if you ever pick up an item and it provides the dialogue, it says, "You fool," whenever an ice trap happens.
Yep, meanwhile, kariossa making the same play back to Crater as Dylan finds fire arrows from the Scrub Grotto.
I'm trying to remember...
Do anything for us.
Yeah, what... Is there anything that we have right now that the fire arrows can open that nothing else can? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that the fire arrows can unlock that Dins can't. Maybe some Master Quest shenanigans. Actually, certainly some Master Quest shenanigans. Specifically, Fire Temple Master Quest.
Alright, kariossa has decided to go to the Boulder Maze first, and is going to go 3-1-2. Nothing at 3. How about 1? 30 Skulltulas not needed.
Death Mountain Crater Grotto not needed. get an item and we don't find anything else.
The only always hint that we have not seen yet deals with the Ocarina of Time. And if I'm looking at how this is shaping up...
Oh, wow. So, Baron Fire Temple. Quick point of clarification. Because these settings, the stones open up the bridge, the Ocarina of Time is not an always hint. That is replaced by the Burning Kakariko hint, which we found.
Okay, thank you.
Bonus song.
Thank you for clarifying that.
No problemo. Here is Juke's Wall, Honoru's chest. Just a bloopy. Yuck.
I am really starting to wonder.
I mean, we have a couple grottos left, right? There's the Redead Grotto in Kakariko, the Wolfos Grotto in Sacred Forest Meadow, 3 grottos in Hyrule Field.
We just saw the Wolfos Grotto. It has nothing.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Now, I'm double-checking what we've gotten so far from Dodongo's Cavern, and we did get the hook shot. That is probably our actual way of the hero from there, but there is one more check available now.
Right, with the hammer we can get one more.
But at the same time, I question if going for that one more makes sense, because if you go for that and guess incorrectly, you're gonna have to go up yet again once you actually have bombs. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen any bomb chews yet.
No, we have yet to see any explosives. We've seen a whole lot of empty chests. No explosives.
And as I said, the hammer can replace the explosives about 90% of the time, but there are still a few checks that require the explicit concussive blast of a bomb.
Yeah, one of those being inside the Fire Temple.
Well, Kariossa's heading into Fire Temple.
There it is.
Rudo's letter.
Rudo's letter in the Redead Grotto from Kakariko Village. Dylan in the driver's seat with that pickup. But really, we found the vanilla boomerang chest hint, so we're going to Ice Cavern. That's all that means, is we're doing more trade quest type stuff. First, Dylan is going to check these field grottos, at least the Boulder of Destiny. Oh, also, Kariossa didn't get the Fire is Foolish hint. So, luckily, might get bomb locked out of here. But it might be a while before they get that hint underneath the big Goron.
The Boulder Grotto not providing much except a wallet refill.
Dylan gonna check, at least be able to peek what's inside the Tektite Grotto.
We have a small key, so we're good on that front.
Oh, wow. Those are shoes. That could be, and 10-pack, that could be big for Kariossa. Completely out of logic. But that is gonna give him the opportunity, anyway, to make some progress. Yeah, get out of here.
Now, I did not see what was in that Tektite Grotto. I admit the bomb chews kind of distracted me.
Me too. Either way, whether it was something good or garbage, can't do anything about it right now. If I were in Kariosa's shoes, I'd be kind of tempted to take those Bombchu into the Shadow Temple. You know, just uses one, and we know that's Away the Hero. We know the song is also Away the Hero. There's our long shot. Camera lock. Southern Hyrule.
And that gives us access to the Colossus song.
That does, and I'm pretty sure by deduction it has to be Zelda's Lullaby.
I still maintain that it's possible that Zelda's Lullaby could be on Ocarina of Time. It may not be an always hint right now, but...
Yeah, that's true. It'll be pretty rough.
Oh, here's our Zora tunic. Okay, wallets are not needed. And Dylan in Gerudo Valley right now.
Yeah, he's taking this hammer as far as it'll take him.
The hammer and the long shot. Makes sense.
And also knows he needs to complete Spirit sooner or later. Doesn't have the bow to get into GTG, but still I think a good play to come over here.
Actually, I don't think we need the bow for GTG. That is to get in. To get a number of checks, yes.
Yeah.
And as Chad is pointing out, we now have an infinite source of Bombchus. Well, infinite meaning, you know, just pay 200 rupees at a time.
And I don't need the long shot for that. We could get that from the Bombchu Chop in Kakariko Village, I think, right? Or does that still require the bomb bag?
We still need the bomb bag for that check right now. If we were playing with Bombchus in Logic, then Kariosa would have access to that right now. And Dylan, as soon as they cross over to the desert and visit the carpet salesman.
Here is the riddle passed for DylanMeeble as Kariosa has killed the dinosaur. Won't be terrorizing the poor Gorons any longer.
And King Dodongo drops for today more chews.
We got 10 more bomb chews. So, very nice from Kariosa, going into that Barren Fire Temple unwittingly, picking up those bomb chews, going into Dodongo's cavern, getting more.
Now, based off... Go ahead.
Well, now he's gonna get his long shot. Or not his long shot, what was in here? Riddle's letter was in here.
Yeah. Which is still going to be useful, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but he might opt to make that ice cavern play instead of scavenging the field. But no, I think he's taking those bomb chews into Shadow Temple. Yeah, he's gonna get his way of the hero out of here now.
Now remember, without a bomb bag, any of these checks that Kariosa is doing will be considered out of logic.
Speaking of bomb chews, that's exactly what DylanMeeble has on his mind. might be a little scared of Aladdin. Maybe that's Jafar on that magic carpet. Can't be 100% sure.
You mess with one bad vizier, you mess with them all. In any event, let's focus on... There we go, okay. The visit with Jafar has proven to end with Jafar's defeat. Unfortunately, no magic lamp in sight.
Just 10 bomb shoes, and that's good enough for Dylan. He will be checking this central structure in the wasteland. Not sure if we're gonna be able to see what it is, but he will.
Now let's talk a little bit about the logic and lack of lens here. This part right here you can do without the lens, without too many issues.
But we actually did grab the lens from Adult Anju, so not gonna be an issue for these runners, but they do have it.
You are correct on that. That was forgotten about. And we have just recovered Dylan's feed, as we have just found iron boots in the second spinning chest.
Yep, that is required, but looks like Kariossa opting to dig deeper. We know we need that song from the Temple of Time. Speaking of songs, what's out here in the desert? I suspect Zelda's Lullaby. She blows.
Was the likely item. The likely song. There is no question about that.
Yep, but the question now, what's in the Temple of Time? Is it going to be Requiem or Song of Storms?
Well, first, let's see the hint. Wow, Death Mountain Crater is foolish.
I suppose so. Dylan? Did Dylan grab a second strength upgrade somewhere? There you go.
What makes you say that?
Wait. He's going into spirit. Yeah. I don't know where he got that. Where did he get that?
Haunted Wasteland. It's the only spot that was missed.
Yep, that's true. Brilliant deduction, Wolfman.
We can safely presume that we have second strength, and this came not a moment too soon.
Yeah, super convenient. Looks like nothing here from Kariossa in the Shadow Temple.
Alright, we have one small key on adult left side, so we at least have some motivation to climb up. And hope that the boss key is not locked on the child side.
Yeah, well, with Vanilla Spirit Medallion, we're gonna want to clear this stuff eventually. But the Temple of Time, alright, could be Requiem Spirit for some dumb Spirit Temple key logic. So this dip further into Shadow might be bait for Kariossa.
The Goron sword on adult right.
That's gonna be nice for Dylan. Increase the speed of his boss fights as Kariossa finds the Shadow Temple boss key. Oh, right. I do apologize, chat. I'm marking Kariossa's hookshot now. Don't be afraid to yell at me. Yeah, I'm missing something. Trying to do double duties here. I think Kariosis is save-quitting halfway through the Shadow Temple. Not a bad play, if you ask me. But unfortunately, dropping some frames. The video is stuttering just a little bit for us. There we go. No, back in Shadow. Maybe took a death, unfortunately.
Kariossa did have low health early on in that spike room, so
Shucks.
anything could have happened.
But this is exactly what Dylan needs. Kariosis struggling a little bit. While Dylan makes progress in a required dungeon.
Map chest. Boss key.
Ooh, very nice. So we're not going to need Requiem for the boss key.
And the hand is a small key.
Yep, Dylan, that needs just one more of those. Essentially impossible for him to get key locked out of here. But taking an extra second to pick up the Skulltula.
Lizalfos apparently wanting to protect that token, but no such luck this time.
And might be seeing Dylan leave now. But he might pop back in. Carries us back down to 2 hearts. 3 hearts. There we go.
I don't know if using bomb chews on the keys is a good idea.
Yeah, I think he might have meant to
Oh!
throw a nut.
I just saw an out-of-logic bow.
I see one there on the floor as well. So, good news for Kariosis. Picking up a bow. Could be Way of the Hero, might not be, but it's certainly out of logic.
The Way of the Hero was likely the Megaton Hammer in order to progress on that, but at the same time... who knows? But... okay, apparently at least one other key was gotten in the spikes room that we never saw.
To answer a question in chat, I am August 40th. The other voice joining me is Wolfman2000.
Greetings, everyone.
That is not the right command.
It is the right command. It just didn't get updated yet. Not a big deal, though.
But yeah, go give those commentators a follow if you'd like. They were finishing up the Mega Man X race right before the start of this one.
Now, the checks that Dylan is doing... I mean, nice to see some extra sticks if we need to go back to being a child. These are not required... sorry, these are out of logic right now as well. If I'm looking at things correctly.
No, well, because we don't know where Requiem is, we don't know that for sure. The other remaining keys could be over on the child side in the sunblock room. But now, I think... no, wait, no. I think it still could be unlocked.
That
Spirit
was
key logic sucks.
That was a small key I saw.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it really all depends on what's in Child's Spirit on those bottom 2 chests and where Requiem is. Kariossa has reached the shortcut, doesn't want to take a boat ride with some Stalfos. He's got a boat, he's got iron boots out of there, good enough for them. Looks like making their way over to the Forest Temple.
And in the meantime, Dylan taking care of the Silver Rupee room.
Also in chat, helping me out. Kariossa can't ride the boat. He doesn't have Zelda's Lullaby. And the Sunblock room having our 5th and final key for DylanMeeble.
Then I missed a small key somewhere on this count. Good to know.
I thought that was his 5th. It might have been his 4th. Let's see, he spent 2. Save scum that one away. Yeah, so that I think was. Or no, he saved scum 2 away with the other hand. I hate Spirit Temple key logic.
I think that goes for most of our participants in the SG Live tournament. But Kariossa, now with that bow, that it, at least in my world, is out of logic, is now going to Forest. I'm right now trying to figure out where that bomb bag is.
Yeah, sometimes it's best not to ask yourself those kinds of questions. DylanMeeble is going to be picking up progress a little bit ahead of Kariossa. They can clear Twin Rova. Kariossa has to do some ghost busting before he can get down a Phantom Ganon. But does have a chunk of his Forest Temple already cleared out.
So what is the contents of the highest chest in Spirit Temple? We're gonna find out very soon.
There's your bomb bag. Is that in logic?
I don't...
Depending on...
again, Spirit Temple key logic.
Yeah, so there was one small key in the Sunblock room and one on the left-hand side, outside. So I think that's all 5.
So, I still think we're missing something, but...
Probably.
Chat is saying this is officially out of logic.
DylanMeeble is not gonna care about that technicality. Gonna take it and run with it. And from here, likely to go follow Kariossa into the Forest Temple. If not, because of that bomb bag now, he can clear out Fire Temple.
The Naburu Knuckle has been dealt with. And now it is time for Twin Rova, Koome, and Kotake. I leave it as an exercise to the viewer, who is who.
Hey, you got a 50-50 shot.
Now, I had missed what Kariossa got by shooting the other eye in that room.
Yeah, I also missed it. Chat not popping off about anything.
So, best case, it was a key.
Yep. So, with Dylan in the driver's seat, he can clear force and fire. He's gonna be clearing spirit. Very possible that he might be able to dodge those iron boots. But we'll need to be picking up a bow at some point. I just noticed that bow is mismarked on the tracker. There it goes.
Well, we found our boss key at least, as Dylan finds a 1 cycle on Twin Rova.
Yep, not very challenging with that big Goron sword. Not proving much of a threat. But this was our other bottlenecked option, the vanilla bow chest here on Kariossa's side. I'm kind of curious to see what we've gotten here.
I'm just gonna say it's a bow.
I want to see a bomb bag. Oh, we see a Lord Banana, though, on DylanMeeble's end.
I didn't realize this was Zelda 1 Randomizer.
Yeah, Twin Rova eating her potassium. Just a heart piece from the vanilla bow. Ugh. Alrighty. So Dylan crossing his fingers, won't need to be seeing the inside of Jabu Jabu. No Shadow's way, the hero. Iron boots are before the bow. But he'll need the bow to kill the pig. And Phantom Ganon.
And now the first of 6 possible Great Fairies. Our final small key has been found. Shooting that target did not provide anything.
Dylan is prioritizing songs. He wants to determine what's in the Temple of Time.
Makes sense.
Yeah, good play coming into the grave here.
We are running low on possibles. Actually, I think it's guaranteed at this point. I think Temple of Time... Temple of Time is either Song of Storms for something of actual value, or Requiem for... well...
maybe Key Logic.
yeah. We did find a hint earlier, I believe, that said the Composer's Grave chest had nothing. So we're only here for the song.
And it's Minuet, so that doesn't unfortunately tell us anything. It does tell us that Prelude is likely in the Ice Cavern.
Now, where is Dylan going?
I think the Fairy Fountain.
I feel like we've passed the Fairy Fountain, but it may have just been me.
He definitely passed the Crater Fairy Fountain, which I'm not sure why, but I think he's going up to the summit.
And Kariossa has just taken out the third of the Pose sisters. Alright, Dylan in 1 Great Fairy. Don't know which one.
Switching back over to Kariossa. Unfortunately, both of our runners kind of ping-ponging back and forth. He's dropping some frames here, or whatever the issue is. Alright, chat pointing out we got a Crater Wave is Foolish hint. Kind of late.
Ah, thank you for that. There is a lot to keep up with, folks, so our apologies if we missed something.
It's a lot going on, but Dylan back in the Shadow Temple. He's gonna find his iron boots. Let's see if he continues to that skull pot for his bow.
So, I'm taking a look at everything right now. Based off of the items our runners have, I feel like we're missing just one thing between the two of them.
Yeah. Dylan is gonna grab his iron boots, and then he'll be in bow mode. Kariossa is missing his long shot, which would then lead him to his strength upgrade.
We're missing something else, August.
Well, the light arrows, but Ganondorf is gonna tell us where those are.
I still do not call it go mode until we have everything we need to finish the seed. And that means in our inventory, in our pockets, not in the brain of some evil overlord. I'm aware I may be in the minority.
Iron boots for Dylan. And he's digging deeper. Good for him.
Dylan does have everything necessary to finish. You do not need the bow in order to cross the final, river gap. We do have bomb chews and long shot available to make our way across.
Right, but he's gonna get that bow and he's gonna be in glow mode.
True, the bow was found here.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the pot. He might opt to make the same play Kariossa made and at least go to the shortcut, open that up just in case he needs to come back. But yeah, he'll be looking for his light arrows, going through the rest of his dungeons. I guess really just going through Water Temple.
We found the Stone of Agony. That's where one of the keys was. Figured I was missing one. And a slingshot upgrade. Phantom Ganon has just been taken out. Only a blue rupee, but more importantly, we're going to get a stone. Which stone in question, though?
The emerald.
Then that means Fire Temple contains the Zora Sapphire.
Yes, sirree.
And that's exactly where we're heading.
Yeah, really interesting. We saw DylanMeeble getting Fire Temple foolish. Kariossa skipping that Gossip Hintstone, but finding Bomb Chews in there. That's still a fairly close race. Especially considering the long shot is just outside the Water Temple. Big setback for Kariossa is they still have to go all the way across the desert. And in order for that, they need the long shot, or Opponent Song from the Burning Kakariko cutscene. DylanMeeble firmly in the driver's seat, picking up that bow 1 hour 45 minutes in.
And bailing.
Yep, I think it's the right play.
Dylan is hoping that Temple of Time's song is Requiem. If it's Song of Storms, then that's a...
Ouch.
Now, I do have to ask a logic question. I know that Way of the Hero cannot directly point to light arrows. In this
Correct.
case, is it possible for Way of the Hero Temple of Time to point to Song of Storms to get the light arrows in Bottom of the Well?
Yes.
That is still nasty, if that is the case.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could be Song of Storms for the gold gauntlets for light arrows in the castle. Or it could be Requiem for light arrows in Child Spirit, or gold gauntlets in Child Spirit. Or... yeah. A couple of trolls still possible. I don't know, we're gonna get to see the Fire Temple boss key here from Kariossa.
Wherever it is. We don't know how deep we have to go.
That is correct.
I'm seeing some excitement from chat regarding Fire Temple, hoping that we have to go very deep.
Yeah, looks like it. But unlike the Johnny Cash song, we're not going down, we're going up, up, up.
My question is, how far up?
Luckily, we know he can full clear it. He has Pierre, so that's not gonna stop him. But there it is. There's the boss key.
We go
And
up,
it looks like
no
he's
more.
going... No, okay, good. It's like, it looks like he's going up deeper. There's the save and quit. Or at least there's the save.
That was just a save. But in this
There's
case,
the reset. Yeah, key locked.
Volvagia, being a surprisingly kind dragon and holding a small key up for grabs. And with Goron Tunic bought or acquired somehow, we are good for this upcoming battle.
Yeah, I think he made the purchase in Goron City.
Which makes sense. We did find the adult's wallet relatively early in this seed.
Yeah, and our first dip into Forest Temple.
And at this point, I may as well reveal, because there was some discussion regarding seed roller and psychology. I was the one that rolled it today.
Yeah, looks to be a fairly kind one. Not going to be a sub 2 hour seed, but unless light arrows are like on horseback archery, I imagine we're going to be getting out of here in about another 30 to 40 minutes.
Horseback archery is the only thing that Epona's song locks at this stage.
If that would require completing the Shadow Temple, completing Dodongo's Cavern for DylanMeeble, and both runners completing Jabu Jabu. Honestly, it wouldn't hinder DylanMeeble too much other than time. It would just slow him down. Actually, worse than horseback archery might be in Light Trial. or outside Ganon's castle, because then we have to hunt for strength. That could be anywhere. We know where Opponent's Song is.
That is a fair point. We have found 2 strength upgrades, or at the very least, we saw one and have heavily implied the other, but there's still one more that is unknown. And yes, Market is barren today.
Yeah, Death Mountain Crater, Market, and Fire Temple were our barren locations. Our Way of the Heroes being Shadow Temple, Lost Woods, Death Mountain Trail, Downless Cavern, and Temple of Time.
And now Kariossa has the Zora Sapphire, and thus, if they so choose, can enter Ganon's castle and maybe raid some of the easier chests.
Yeah, it might not be a bad play. They're still looking for their long shot. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them heading that direction. But no, they're going Child.
Maybe to pick up the song.
Right. The song, and I'm thinking maybe to turn in Ruto's letter. And unfortunately with Serenade, it could be either of those checks.
I think if it's Serenade, it would be... Wait, is it seriously faster to warp to Lake Hylia to catch the owl rather than just step outside?
Yeah, think about it. You have to walk all the way through the Temple of Time, all the way through the courtyard, past those gossip stones, all the way through the market. Ever so slightly, it is faster. What do we have in the Ocarina of Time? There's Storms. It's Requiem in Temple of Time. Wow. So that tells Kariossa they need to get over to the desert pretty quickly. But maybe not. Maybe it's telling them to go into the bottom of the well. Uh-oh.
It's entirely possible that light arrows are in the well.
Positively. But now, that wouldn't be the worst thing for either of these racers. They're guaranteed that Song of Storms pretty quickly here.
At this point, we do have almost all of the knowledge we need. But, ew. Temple of Time song being Requiem. Ooh. In any event, bottom of the well for Kariossa. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we do apologize for the stuttering of the streams here. There's gold scale in the bottom of the well.
That was at the front bombable location. You know, I haven't seen anyone attempt lab diving yet.
Nope. And likely that we won't unless Ganondorf tells us to go check Lake Hylia. DylanMeeble has defeated Phantom Ganon. Confirm their stone layout.
If I'm remembering correctly, Kariossa still has not picked up Zelda's Lullaby yet, correct?
Correct.
Of course, Lullaby being at the Colossus. And long shot to get to Colossus, the Scrub Grotto, aka the Deku Scrub Grotto, just so it's clear. And Dylan is going to Water Temple, hoping to finish this off.
I think he still needs to kill Volvagia. Hasn't dipped inside of Baron Fire Temple yet.
True.
Hoping to find the light arrows on his way to the boss key in here. Would be extremely convenient for him.
Compass chest of Water Temple right here.
Geyser, a jet of water. I'm not really sure how to physically describe that.
But so far, bottom of the well, not working out.
No, unfortunately not working out for Kariossa. No strength 3 in here. That would be the big one.
Bottom of the well providing, a gold scale, but not much of value. Unless that gold scale is the surprise winner of this seed, who knows?
Unfortunately, even with that gold scale, that's not the advantage Kariossa needs. Gold scale easily being broken by the iron boots.
Alright, the cracked wall in the Water Temple.
$50.
If I'm looking at the inventory that we have right now, I think we're gonna need some keys in order to possibly have a battle with Dark Link. I mean, unless we get an early boss key. Oh boy.
There's 2 keys, so we are gonna need to dig deeper. First 4 checks in Water Temple, nothing.
Alright, Dylan, I believe going for the big key chest, remembering to save beforehand.
Yep, this would be vanilla. Much easier with hover boots, but it is possible to do that without them.
Alright, we're spending 2 keys for 1 as Kariossa is going for Goron Pottery, I think.
Yeah,
Oh no, big rolling.
Yeah, this has a little bit of cleanup to do still. But isn't there is Din's quip.
Also, the big key chest in Water Temple, it didn't have it.
Nope. That's why Dylan did not save, and he just reset, scumming those 2 keys back. And it looks like kariossa was timing that for the Goron pot.
May have gotten it.
Very nice freeze frame there. That's not it. There's our boss key.
Block pushing provides the way forward.
Dylan looking to get up to Ganondorf, get that light arrow hint. Unless it's just on Morpha. Maybe shooting the sun, that would be pretty convenient. But still maintains his driver's seat position. kariossa unfortunately falling behind after that hammer pickup.
Dylan had debated whether to go for Darkling, but instead realized, nah, let's deal with Morpha. And kariossa, going to become an adult, I think.
And I think just about out of child checks. Gonna grab the Bold O Destiny as Dylan faces off against our amorphous blob.
The blob has been faced. Bye-bye.
Yep, making it look expertly easy. And now we're a Bolero of Fire away and a short climb up into the Fire Temple before Dylan is eligible to take out our pig.
Alright, Morpha, do you have a key today? Yes, you do.
Yep. That's not the answer. How's Dylan gonna shoot the sun? You gonna have a magical arrow swap?
Alright, Shadow and Spirit Medallions are acquired on Dylan's side if I'm looking at their tracker correctly.
Yep. But not shooting the sun.
Oh, instead just going to open the bridge.
No, needs the dragon.
Exactly. Fortunately, we are going to be key-locked out of the upper portion, so Dylan doesn't have that long to go. Now, kariossa, I cannot fault their play at all this run. It's just... trying to stay in logic may have caused some problems. But at the same time...
Well, no, it was the breaking of logic, remember? They went into Barren Fire with grab those chews from the boss key chest. And went into the Dongo's Cavern. That's kind of where they started breaking logic. Now you were able to use those chews to get into deeper shadow, But that really wasn't the play to be making at the moment.
I am starting to wonder whether first bombs were supposed to be in the remote grotto, because I don't think I saw either runner check that.
Yeah, that's right. Dylan grabbed his long shot from the Scrubs Grotto, and then kind of made a beeline over towards the Spirit Temple. Here you go, Kariossa going to show off what's inside Ganon's castle. This is the Forest Trial, one chest inside.
We have money. Now, the water trial, aka the ice trial, contains 2 checks. And I think we're not going to be able to see them.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice if it went like 1 chest in forest, 2 in ice, 3 in fire. No, fire doesn't have any checks in it. Just a big old yeet rock.
We are further exploring. We are in Shadow Trial. And heading towards the big chest.
Oh, Void's out. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, sometimes judging the distance can be a little tricky.
Yep, absolutely. Plays this game infinitely better than I would.
Oh, no question. And choosing to light the torch to climb back up, I'm guessing missing the long shot to get to that chest.
Yep. Well, Dylan just 1 or 2 checks away from their big boss key.
And Shadow Trial has nothing. And because Kariossa does not have the gauntlets or Zelda's Lullaby,
Just the Spirit Trial left.
yeah.
And I guess he could climb up to the validation chest.
Please don't call it that. If that chest seriously has the light arrows that we need, I will donate $20 to one of the upcoming tournaments.
Okay. You heard it here, Feasel. Maybe.
Of course, as this is part of SG Live, you can use, I believe it's !SG Live or !Marathon to help donate to increase the prize pool for future SG Live events.
And then, oh wow. Oh wow. So Kariossa finding the light arrows as DylanMeeble getting his Fire Temple boss key. That puts us in the commentator's booth and you in the audience firmly in go mode. Or no mode, rather. So, yeah. That
Well,
is
it's not...
GG's.
It is not the inevitable conclusion, but it is worth something. I am going to ask that you give me a moment. I'm going to donate $10 to one of the planned tournaments for next year's kiddie pool.
Wasn't quite the vanilla boss key chest, but close enough. Here we go, DylanMeeble facing off against our Dragon Volvagia. Just got some bomb chews. I didn't see if they equipped them or not. But anyone not in the know, Volvagia had 2 hitboxes, one that plays whack-a-mole, one that just burrowed into that hole, which Dylan is going to exploit. And then... Oh, no. Dodge the fire. Oh, nice. Almost getting troll hold. There we go. The dragon is down as Kariossa, painstakingly close to their long shot, going inside of the water temple.
Alright, I have made my contribution to the kitty. Apparently, there is a Back to the Future event that could use some additional help, so I contributed some funds in that direction.
Very nice. Yeah, all the content here wouldn't happen without you, the viewers, without the racers racing. So we're doing our best to give back. Big shout outs to SpeedGaming, throwing this together all week long. 14 tournaments, over 600 matchups. Cash prize money is going to the winner. The top 5 will be taking home a cash prize in this tournament. DylanMeeble looks to be like they're taking one step closer in that direction. Actually, with that, should make it into the top 4. And we'll be guaranteed to be taking something away from this in the form of a cash prize. Big question, does he go straight up to Ganondorf and get the hint, or does he do some exploring in the trials?
Exploring would save a little bit of time depending on the route chosen, but nope, going directly to the big pig instead.
Gotta climb up the castle. No furs wind to get back up easily, so we're gonna see this trek twice. Luckily, you won't have to re-kill all these enemies. Or the 3 pairs of enemies, rather.
The double Izalfos taken out without a problem.
Yeah, the big Goron sword, really nice to have at this point in the race.
And because Dylan does not have the light arrows yet, we are going to actually see the contents of the inevitable conclusion.
Yeah, anyone new to the randomizer who doesn't know, if you get this far in your seed without the light arrows, the tool to kill the pig, Ganondorf, like a James Bond villain, is gonna tell us exactly where those light arrows are. Not the specific chest, like the first chest in Spirit Temple, but he'll tell us that it is in Ganon's castle. And at that point, Dylan will be praying, crossing his fingers, that it's not in the light trial.
Fun fact, there are some setting combinations that these runners typically don't use, but if you were to use those instead, Ganon would actually tell you what was inside that chest, which today contained a small key.
Yep.
Also, that is a unique item, but not the unique item that Kariossa wanted. That is the lonely single green rupee that some call Greg. Apparently, the budget at the lab has run out. And Dylan has the message. And, oh, Kariossa, that is the right place to check for your long shot. And Dylan also going to Spirit Trial first. That is also going to speed things up.
Yep. It is kind of right here. The checks are really quick to get.
And apparently it was second chest of Spirit Trial, not first. Just so that we have the record straight.
That was just so hype right next to that Fire Temple boss key. But that will do it for DylanMeeble.
Now we just have to climb up these stairs one more time. This is Dylan's race to lose. And while Ganondorf and Ganon can deal a lot of damage, I suspect this is going to be over and done with within the next 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, they would have to deal some damage to the power lines in Dylan's neighborhood, I think. And even then, I don't think that would end his victory. Certainly locally recording, or at least he should be.
Question: how would local recording help if it's the power lines that go out?
Because hopefully he's running on a laptop. Yeah, that's a good fair point. Here we go. On with the dwarf fight.
First step, equip your light arrows.
And a bottle. Why a bottle, you ask? Because that makes the volleyball round go by much easier.
You have a slightly wider angle of attack. Literally, you do swing wide.
It has the big Goron sword stored up in that jump/crouch stab animation, so Ganondorf going down, piece of cake.
Kariossa, now heading into the Haunted Wasteland, is going to pick up second strength. Unfortunately, missing out on Zelda's Lullaby is really going... I mean, it's going to be too little, too late, effectively.
Yep. We are 2 hours, almost 20 minutes in, and DylanMeeble has found Ganon. But Ganon's a cheap piggy. He is going to disarm his opponent. But luckily, DylanMeeble storing that Master Sword jump slash right beforehand won't be a problem for them.
And there's the video proof of the silver gauntlets.
Right, not sure how the gold gauntlet got put there. Real sorry. Oh, it might have been because of the gold scale, that's why.
We did find a gold scale, but I did not see gold gauntlets collected by Dylan.
Yeah, that's right. I clicked something on Karyossa's side. But DylanMeeble done with phase number 1. The magical barrier dispelled, reunited with his Master Sword. Gonna go on to phase number 2. Princess Zelda still standing helplessly beside. There is phase 2 down. Princess Zelda finally lending her magical talents, imbuing the Master Sword with something. And with a slice and a dice, DylanMeeble is going to be moving on to the best of 4, but more importantly, is going to be serving us up a tasty portion of bacon. Who's hungry? Get your GGs out in chat.
There is your slice, 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 and stab.
DylanMeeble has done it. Moving on with official race time. Race time of 2 hours, 21 minutes, 7 seconds.
I have 17 seconds listed. And
17 is
think-
the extra 10 seconds that it took for Karyossa then to forfeit, unfortunately. But DylanMeeble posting a time of 2:21:07 on the race time room.
I misread that.
Yeah, no worries. It's a bit confusing.
Well, let us see if our runners wish to join for an interview.
Yep. In the meantime, there's plenty of content to check out as we wrap up the final 2 days of SpeedGaming Live. The tournaments are concluding. We're in the bracket stages all over the place. But with that, we are joined by one of our racers.
Hello.
DylanMeeble, congrats.
Thank you.
So, thoughts on this one?
I just don't know how a bow keeps ending up in shadow. All 3 of my last seeds, there was a bow in shadow.
Yeah, that was the only bow that we've seen.
Yeah, I got, because I knew Requiem had to be Way of the Hero, which was most likely the Temple of Time Way of the Hero. So I was actually kind of hoping to find Requiem in the Composer's Grave, which meant it was like storms in the temple, and then I just had a like guaranteed progression. So I felt kind of awkward going back into Shadow, but there's still a lot of checks in there, and it definitely paid off.
Yeah, it was kind of fortunate for you when you went up through to the summit and checked that area as you did and found the Fire Temple Baron.
Yeah, that was
shortly after getting that hammer. We saw your opponent Karyossa miss out on that hint, take his hammer into Fire Temple, get those chews from that vanilla boss key chest, and then go into Dodongo's cavern and kind of snake his way, really kind of missing out on the long shot for a long time there.
Yeah, I wanted to go into fire obviously because of the hammer, but I didn't have bow, and I think at that point I also hadn't set Scarecrow Song. I don't remember if I had already set that or not, but so yeah, it felt kind of awkward having to go deep fire without a guarantee that I was going to be able to beat it. So I wanted to clear the trail Way of the Hero and get the Goron City maze first, and then I found that hint and was like, well, what do I do now? So I just cleared all the grottos and bombable stuff, and then I found that long shot, and I guess that was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, the long shot right outside the water temple kind of threw you across to GTG with the silvers in the wasteland, and that was it.
So, I'm going to mention 3 words, and I want your opinion on this one, Dylan.
Okay.
Spirit, temple, logic.
Yeah. I don't know. It like I said, it kind of was working for me because I was hoping to find Requiem because of the Spirit Temple logic. So, yeah, it because of knowing that Requiem was in Temple of Time, I wasn't sure if I should be doing Shadow or going back to GTG. So Spirit Logic definitely played into that decision, but ultimately I just decided to keep going through Shadow since there was, Way of the Hero still pointing there, even though I'd already found Hammer. But Bomb Bag put the rest of it in Logic.
Yeah. Quite the seed. But you will be moving on, guaranteed to take home a portion of the prize pool.
Yep. That's nice.
Yeah, good news. But it's not over. Any thoughts to the next matchup?
Is it already decided? I think it was Mario or I don't remember whose opponent it was.
Mario or Hell Knight, I believe. Or no, that's not right. We'll get it squared away. But it's certainly gonna be a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's Mario, it's definitely we've had our duels in the past. If it's Hell Knight, I don't think we haven't played that much because I don't play a lot of weeklies most of the time. I think he plays more weeklies than I do. But it'd definitely be an interesting match either way.
Yep. But thanks for your participation so far. Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Wolfman, do you have anything more to add?
Who are you most looking forward to face out of your remaining matches in this tournament, Dylan?
Yeah, I don't know what's left. Let's see. Let me see if I can look at the bracket really quick.
Looks like your next matchup is going to be Keizo or Mr. Mario.
Keizo, okay. Yeah, I don't know. They're both really good. No real preference, I guess. Just, I hope it's a good match either way.
Yeah. Tons of good matches left to come, and tons of VODs to catch up on if you miss them.
For sure. I'm gonna actually dip out and go get some breakfast. So thanks for commentating, guys. Thanks, Kariossa, for playing, and everyone. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Our pleasure for providing that for you. Thanks again for racing. We'll see you. We'll see you later.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
And so please remember to follow Kariossa and DylanMeeble. They fought well, and it's just sometimes the decision to whether to stay in Logic or out of Logic that can make the difference.
Yes, sir. Now, stay tuned, chat. There's tons of content going on at SpeedGaming, part of SpeedGaming Live. Looks like up next on SpeedGaming Prime, it looks like we have a Super Mario Odyssey Bingo. There's also Super Mario Galaxy 2 going on, Super Mario World, tons of Mario stuff. Mega Man X, part of SpeedGaming Live 2020 coming up. Yeah, hit that exclamation schedule, find some content that you would enjoy watching. Thanks for joining us here. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks, Wolfman, for joining me.
Thank you, August. And why don't you close us out?
Yeah, that'll do us. If you'd like to get involved in the Ocarina Time Randomizer, head on over to the Discord. There are weekly races going on there Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Some North American friendly times, some European friendly times. We've got a lot of French runners, Kariossa being one of them. Unfortunate that we will be saying goodbye to them for this tournament, but plenty more Ocarina of Time Randomizer coming up in the next couple days, the next 2 days here on SpeedGaming, and then looking forward to Season 4 going on ZSR in either December it's starting or starting in 2021. I've been August 40th, joined by Wolfman. Hope you all have a good night. We'll catch you all another day, another race.
Keep on grooving, everyone, and stay safe.